Hi, welcome back. Welcome to the Central Valley Food and Wine Show. I'm your host, Jeff Schuler. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's show. I was on vacation, so I did replay that show. It was about a little bit about Playland and Storyland, and had a great time. And please don't forget to go visit the farmers market out there. It's a lot of fun, rides and strawberry shortcake. If you watch the show, I'm sure you enjoyed it. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. But again, let's just talk a little bit about some things that are going on in the valley. Don't forget about Moravia Winery. They have their Friday night. Fun for the family. There's bocce ball and bounce houses, live music. You can bring stuff to barbecue. They have a little happy hour out there. It's Moravia Wineries, and don't forget about that. That's a lot of fun. It's a good time to bring the family and hang out with the kids and, keep it light and enjoy those Fresno summer nights. We have a nice show coming up today. I do have a venue coming up called Saviez Vineyards. And a good friend of mine, Mike Saviez, has a vineyard out here in San Joaquin, and also as well as in Napa Valley in Calistoga. And so he'll be coming on here in just a little bit, as well as a local restaurant called Wok Zen Fusion. They have a really nice wine list as well and great food. Andy will be coming on with us. That's Andy Karsh from Wok Zen Fusion. He'll be coming on with us in a little bit. A little bit today, we want to talk about basically, I want to talk about a wine. I try and do a wine or a varietal each week, and I'll talk a little bit about a varietal that is, it's not a single varietal, but it is a varietal that, as they do the winemaking process, it's called a rosé. And basically, the rosé is a light pink wine, and the way they do this is they actually take the grapes and leave the skins in for just a short period of time. I guess it's about 1 to 3 days, depending on the pinkness you want. You can go from a light orange to a little darker, depending on how many days you leave it there in the fermentation process. Anyway, so coming up, we're going to have a few other things to do. Don't forget about also the Bodega Bay Seafood Festival is coming up in August. That's something that'll be a lot of fun. I believe the tickets are only $12. Should be a lot of fun. And so check that out. And like I said, we're going to have a great show coming up here pretty soon. What else? A few other things I want to talk about. I can't really remember right now. That's never good. But let me see. Moravia Winery. Don't forget about AppCal. AppCal's out there off of Avenue 7. It's a real great place to go experience Madera wines and enjoy yourselves out there as well. They do, I think, a happy hour on Friday and Saturday nights out there in Madera County. And so we'll talk about that a little bit maybe next week. And also, I might have a video for you coming up this week about the bass fishing and on the Amazon River, which should be a lot of fun. It is a good friend of mine, David McCarthy's bass. It's a peacock bass. It's a Amazon River trip, about $6,000 plus airfare, and I gotta tell you, it looks like a lot of fun. Hopefully, I can get that clip playing for you today. But anyways, if not, we'll maybe get that on next week. But like I said, we're going to cut to commercial here for a minute and bring on Saviez Winery with Mike Saviez and get some wine drinking going on and talk about his wines and his vineyards. There's a lot of good stuff that he has going on. So we'll see you in a few. Thanks. Talk to you in a minute.
This segment is brought to you by Corrine Hatfield of Platinum Mortgage. If you are thinking of purchasing a new home or refinancing an existing home, call Corrine Hatfield at 917-7111.
This just in. Tower District houses are selling for as little as $300 per month. If you have a job and decent credit, you can own your own home. If you can come up with a down payment, you can own a home a lot cheaper than you can rent, and your payment will never go up. Also, you could deduct most of your house payment from your income taxes. If you'd like to lock in your monthly house payment at $300 to $500 per month for the next 30 years, call Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Hey, my name is Chris DeVold, and I am host of one of CentralValleyTalk.com's hottest new shows, Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold, where we sit around for an hour and read the Bible. No, we don't. You think with a name like Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold, that's what we're doing? No. We sit around, we talk about lewd topics, we drink beer, and I vow to bring you one local live musician every friggin' week. You can count on that. So grab your best friend, come to the studio or watch from home, and get ready to blush every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold.
You can advertise your business, your product, or your event on Central Valley Talk, the Valley's only internet television station. Several of our programs are also picked up on Dish and cable networks. For the best advertising dollar, call Central Valley Talk at 579-1360.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hi, welcome back to the Central Valley Food and Wine Show. Sitting here with a gentleman by the name of Mike Saviez, a good friend and a local winemaker, as well as you can see in the background here, we do have the Calistoga wine vineyard. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'd love to come see it someday, Mike. So just a little bit to start with. I know we do have a couple of wines sitting here. We have rosé, and I was explaining about the rosé. Am I right about how you made the pink, or this looks like it has a little deeper purple in it? So are you doing that style of winemaking there?
Absolutely. This is what we call the Syrah Rosé. It actually came from the 2012 vintage. It's basically what we do with this wine is we crush the grapes. We leave the skins on for, in this case, about 22 hours.
Oh,
we
wow.
pull the skins off it. What we got to be careful about is that we don't extract too much color or tannins from the wine. We want to have an elegant, nice pink color to the wine.
Okay.
And this is sort of the result from 2012.
Nice, 2012, and this is a rosé. I asked you to bring the rosé on because it is a very popular thing these days. It's on the rise, as well as a great summertime drinking wine. So I figure I'm hot today, and do you want to open that, or you want me to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a great summertime wine.
Okay.
We enjoy it in the heat of the Central Valley.
Yes, and it is hot in the Central Valley, that's for sure. I think it's like 95 today or something like that. Not too bad, but go ahead and get you there. Yeah. Wow, that is beautiful. You know, one of the things I like to do on the show, Mike, when I'm tasting wines, is kind of go through the steps and have the audience understand the steps of looking at a wine and, you know, the nose on it and the color. To me, this is a beautiful color. It has, to me, I mean, it's like almost a deeper pink than you know, a lighter pink. Would you say it's, what would you describe this as?
Absolutely. It's just a nice, light, elegant pink. It does have some of the darker tendencies because it does come from the Syrah grape versus something like a Pinot Noir. You would probably see something with much lighter color to it.
Okay.
But this did turn out very nice, and you're right about, you know, the whole process of drinking wine, from smelling it and getting the bouquet, then, you know, to the mouth and
Right.
enjoying the beautiful wine.
So the color, and then it looks like to me the legs on it. I mean, legs to me, they represent sugar content. Am I right there? Or
Well, it's actually alcohol content.
alcohol, but sugar turns to alcohol, so that's kind of the
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So now this is a dry rosé, but although it does have just about 0.5% of residual sugar. Now, residual sugar is what's left over after we go through the fermenting process. So it's more typical of a dry rosé. Most rosés these days are around 1.5% to 2%, and some even higher. But you're right about the variety. It's gaining in popularity,
It is,
and especially during the summertime.
Right. And to me, the legs are thin on this, so that means a lower lower alcohol percentage.
Yeah.
So what's this in, about a 12% or?
This is actually 13.1.
13.1. Oh, wow. So, okay. I'll give it a little smeller. Oh, it has a real nice nose on it. I would say not a whole fruit forward, a little earthier maybe, and oh wow, and refreshing. Very
Absolutely.
refreshing. Wow, that just hit the spot right there. By the way, these are absolutely beautiful glasses. I don't know if the viewer can see these here, but they're Saviez family estates. I do love the Bordeaux style glasses, even for white wine or any kind of drinking wine wise. It just seems like you can get the bouquet out of it or the fragrances out of it so much better with these style of glasses.
Absolutely. The smaller glass is going to limit your bouquet and the capacity to sort of intake all those great smells and qualities of the wine.
Because if I can't fit my whole face in this thing, a good friend of mine, she actually went to a wine class one time, and they started them out with Dixie cups. And really, it was kind of a learning lesson, just to understand what a good wine glass or an aerator or something like that does for you, or even going to the extent of a decanter. But they started them out in Dixie cups, poured half of a Dixie cup, and had them smell it, and then poured it into a real wine glass. And everybody in the class was just like, oh my gosh, big difference. And these are all people that don't know anything about wine, but it's just amazing to me that the stemware and decanters and aerators, what a difference it makes.
Absolutely. Even Riedel has a special class, and they sort of start you off with the Dixie cup. And it's amazing to see they actually have created a glass for every single variety and style of wine.
Wow.
And so they have
Every varietal?
every single variety, every single style of wine.
Oh my
they
gosh,
have a
that's
different
amazing.
glass for.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so
Wow.
in one glass you can taste something that the same exact wine that's going to totally surprise you once you taste it out of the right glass.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Like I said, Mike Saviez here with Saviez Family Vineyards. Now, we talked a little bit earlier. I did want to talk about the origination or the birth of your guys' winery. You had mentioned. Can you tell us a little bit about
Absolutely. My great-grandfather actually started the winery in 1900. He actually bought, for those of you who know, the Coit family, the Coit Tower in San Francisco.
Oh,
We
wow.
bought the property from Lily Coit. We used to call her old Fireball Lily. And anyway, she was a great pioneer of the Napa Valley, especially in Calistoga. We bought that vineyard in 1900 and started the winery. So
Wow.
it was pre-Prohibition. We went through the Prohibition period.
Okay.
May or may not have done a little bit bootlegging.
I hope so.
But I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations have run out to prosecute us on that deal. So
Yeah, that's great.
started that, and we've been up in Calistoga ever since. And my father started the vineyard down here in Fresno just about 1968. So
Oh, wow.
we've been down here for quite some time.
So
and
in Fresno since 1968, Calistoga since 1900. You said your family started up there, but your dad or your grandfather?
my great-grandfather.
Your great-grandfather started, but what about in Fresno?
In Fresno, my dad started it.
Your dad started
Yeah, my
it,
dad's
okay.
been here since 1950 and then started buying vineyard property along the San Joaquin River where we are now. Actually, this Syrah Rosé came right off a vineyard right off of the San Joaquin River about 3 miles west of 99.
Oh, okay, wow. So I've been out there before. Our good friend Onik, who actually makes this jewelry now. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is a black quartz and silver. Beautiful stuff. We were taking a trip out there just to kind of, go out and check out the countryside. And we actually ended up going down to your property not too far. Your dad came up on a golf cart and says, what the hell are you guys doing here? I was like, oh my gosh. But anyways, found out that's your father. He took us around, showed us the property. Beautiful property. There's an old gold mining structure there.
Well, actually, it's an old rock quarry. They used to
Okay.
make gravel. They used to mine for gravel over there, and
Okay.
it was a cement company. So
Okay.
they used the sand and the gravel to make their product. And
Wow.
We bought that back
Wow.
in. We bought that particular property back in I believe 1969.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so, I mean, I got to tell you, it's a beautiful property down there. You're right down on the river, which brings me to another thing. And I noticed there's a lot of, not empty space, but a lot of usable space out there. Tell me about your plans for that, what you want to
Well,
do.
what we're looking to do is put a winery tasting room down there just along the river. Looking to do something a little different and just to have a little different atmosphere that's created by having views of the river up on the bluff and doing private vineyard tours and stuff like
Okay.
that. So
Yeah,
we're looking forward to it.
So now you grow the rosé or the Syrah here in Fresno.
Yes.
Okay. how many bottles, or how many bottles do you release each year?
Well, it just depends. On this Syrah Rosé, we just bottled about 3 months ago. We bottled 250 case production of this wine here, but we're typically between 1,500 and 3,000 cases, depending on what the harvest yields and what the best wines have to offer. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, would you consider that macro or micro? I mean, that's kind of a micro wine.
Absolutely, very small.
Okay.
We're on the smaller end of winemaking,
Right.
which is nice because we can really control the quality of what we're doing. And with big production, you always tend to lose a little bit of the quality.
Mm-hmm. And this is like a refreshing pickup Saviez Family Vineyards Rosé, Syrah Rosé. Where can they pick this up?
You guys can just get online and go to www.saviezwines.com.
And it's right there at the bottom of the screen, so everybody knows.
Absolutely. If you want to get a hold of me by phone, we have a phone number. It's 707-975-2858.
And Bill, can we get that phone number up there? 707. What was it? It's 707.
975
975
2858.
2858. Okay, so anyway, back to a little bit more about Saviez Vineyards. It's a wonderful area, wonderful thing, and I like the idea of having some events down there, and doing the personal vineyards and stuff like that. What about the Calistoga side of it as well? Are you guys?
Well, we're still making wine up in Calistoga. In fact, what we're going to go over next is a 2007 Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's a single
2007.
2007.
Okay. Now, let's do this. I'm going to finish up this rosé because this is absolutely wonderful. But first, let me see. Bill, how long till we go to commercial? Yeah, about 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. We could probably get this done in 3 minutes, or not get it done, but 2000. I was asking you earlier. A lot of these wineries, they really release their wines. It seems like to me they release them too early. And so I like the fact that you're waiting to release your red wines.
Right.
Obviously, a rosé is a little different, right? You want to release that probably as soon as possible because of the drinking process. But
Right. We don't see when you're dealing with the rosé or most white wines, with the exception of maybe a Chardonnay, everything's done in stainless steel tanks. You're not gonna have it on French or American oak, and so that's gonna sort of let you release things a little bit earlier. White wines and rosés are not meant to age.
Okay.
They're meant to be drank. So that's why we want to get them out on the market. When we're
Right.
dealing with a red wine, we're dealing with all kinds of things as far as tannins. And red wines are meant to age. They're meant to cellar. So you want to basically, a 2007, if this was in my cellar, I probably wouldn't open it for another 4 or 5 years. Although,
Wow.
if I do, I want to open it up early, decant it for 30 to 45 minutes before I'm going to have it with dinner.
Let it breathe.
Absolutely.
And let those nuances come out in what you got. Now, can you describe this to me a little bit? I mean,
This is a really special bottle of wine. This actually came off of Silverado Trail and Larkmead Lane off our state property up in Calistoga.
Wow.
It's a single vineyard, which it's very hard to find a single vineyard wine anymore.
It really is.
Everybody is blending and trying to make a wine in the style that is ready to be drank right now, like you mentioned.
Right.
Everybody wants, right now, if you're in a restaurant or bottle shop, you're seeing 2009s, 2010s,
Yeah,
and
way
some
too
even
young.
2011s.
Way too young. To me, it seems way too young, especially for a deep red wine like this. I mean, the color on this looks amazing. Deep purple. It has amazing. I mean, I have it on my hands from opening it. This thing is ink, dark ink. But it looks like it's got just nice big legs to it. What's the alcohol?
The alcohol in this is 14.5.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's not too high in alcohol, but it's got a very nice balance of fruit and acidity and the alcohol. So
Which is very key. And who is the winemaker for you guys? Is it?
It's actually it's us. We do our own
all
winemaking.
family. All
Absolutely.
family. That's so great. Now, how many bottles of this do you actually?
Now this particular vintage, we made roughly 285 cases of. Retails for $65.
Okay.
And it's, like I said, single vineyard Napa Valley wine.
Right. We do have another gentleman coming on, Andy Karsh, and he owns Walks Infusion. Maybe we'll get you all hooked up over there and get it in his restaurant.
That'd be great.
If he shows up today, we'll see if he's here or not.
Absolutely.
But well, cheers. And it looks like we're going to cut to commercial here pretty soon. Was that about 3 minutes? I'm not too sure. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So we're going to cut to commercial, and we'll be back with you and Andy. We'll get to try some food and kind of pair it up and see how that happens.
Appreciate it, Jeff. Thank
See you soon. No problem.
Batman's Alley, Hungry Howie's, and Scoops Ice Cream. Tower Health Food, Samba Steakhouse, Mike Briggs Properties. There's Tower Market, Farmers Market too, Kuka's and Landmark, Mr. Sushi for you. Chicken Pie Shop, Fulton's Pulley, Palominos, Spinner's Records, Tower Bike Shop, Irene's To Go, Bobby Sal's Restaurant, The Perfect Blend, and Million Elephant, H&R Block, Starbucks Coffee, Piemonte's, Roger Rocca's Dinner Theater, The Second Space, Tower Tattoos, Latinda, Me and Ed's is the place, International Furniture, The Review Cafe, Teasers Realty Market, Love Oak knows the way, Typhoon Restaurant, The Game Preserve, and B of A, Sequoia Brewing, Russo Restaurant, Tower Clocks Today. Come to the tower, there's so much fun for everyone. Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun?
Did you know you could buy a home in this foreclosure market for as little as $500 a month? If you want your kids to go to McLean High School, Scandinavian Middle School, or Erickson, take a look at this beautiful home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. There's a beautiful rock wall to put a wood-burning stove. There's also a very open floor plan with another fireplace. The kitchen, you've got to see the kitchen. It has a beautiful snack bar for your kids to sit and do their homework while you're preparing the dinner. Under $500 a month. Call us and see if you're qualified. Call Mike Briggs at Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758 or go to MikeBriggsProperties.com.
You can purchase this nearly new home near Kings Canyon and Fowler Avenues for as little as $800 a month. At 1,700 square feet, it has 4 bedrooms and 2 baths and a 3-car garage. It is located near Sunnyside Shopping Centers and has great access to Freeway 180. This home is located in the Clovis Unified School District. For more information on any of our properties, check out MikeBriggsProperties.com or call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758.
Hi, I'm Greg Rude, a local real estate agent working with London Properties. You might be thinking about buying or selling a property right now, or maybe you just have a question about real estate. I'd love to help you with that. Give me a call at 352-7716, and I can answer any questions that you might have. Maybe you've got a property that's upside down. Maybe you're interested in buying a bank foreclosure and have a question about that. Or maybe you just like someone to show you some houses that you're interested in or have a question about a particular property. Once again, give me a call. My name's Greg, 352-7716, and I'd love to help you. Thanks.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com. Let's compare the Senate candidates. Liberal Leticia Perez has had 95% of campaign money paid by Sacramento power brokers. Andy Vidak is too independent for them. Perez supported raising income and sales taxes. VIDAC is against tax hikes. Perez favors spending our taxes for high-speed rail. VIDAC opposes the bullet train. Perez backs legislation that kills 68,000 jobs. VIDAC created 2,000 Valley jobs himself. Vote yes, Andy VIDAC, for Senate.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Okay, welcome back to the Central Valley Food and Wine Show. I'm your host, Jeff Schuler, and we're here with Andy Karsh. And Andy is with Zen Wok Fusion right here in the Tower District. Andy, tell us a little bit about your restaurant and what's going on.
Well, Zen Wok Fusion, we've been open now for a year and a half. We're at 609 East Olive, down in the Tower, right there at Olive and Echo. The new and happening side of the Tower. People need to come away from the theater and walk down the street and see there's a lot of new things happening down there.
Yes, there is.
And we're certainly one of them. Thus our name, Fusion, in our name. We're Asian fusion, so it's not just Chinese food, but it's kind of a mixture of Chinese, Japanese, Thai, and then just some of our own, I like to let my cooks get involved in our recipes, and so it's just influenced from a lot of different ethnicities and to come up with what we have. Today I brought 3 of our signature dishes.
Okay.
Appetizer, we got our tempura green beans with our sriracha aioli.
Which I've had, and they're absolutely
Oh
amazing.
yeah, I mean, I just can't keep them in. They just... The case comes in and the case goes out.
Nice, nice.
Then we've got our Chinese chicken salad. I scaled it down a little bit here. Usually the thing's about like this tall.
Mm-hmm.
But delicious, sweet, kind of sour, that sweet and sour vinegary taste to it.
Yeah.
Lots of chicken in it. It's a huge salad. Awesome to accompany any meal.
Yeah.
Or it's a meal in itself.
Right.
If one person wanted to have it.
Right.
And then this is our honey walnut shrimp.
That looks amazing.
So you've got a nice portion of large shrimp with our honey walnut sauce, and then we add mandarin oranges, honeydew melon, and...
I was wondering what those little balls are honeydew melons.
Honeydew melon, and then there's also glazed walnuts on there.
Oh.
And then underneath that, there's an Asian slaw, and then we're accompanied with our coconut steamed rice.
Wow.
And like I said, these are 3 of our best-selling dishes here that we have.
Okay.
And we have plenty more to go along with those. Filet mignon.
Wow, do you guys do filet there as well?
We do filet. In fact, any of our just standard beef dishes, you can make them filet, for a nominal fee.
All right. All right.
And we've got 10 different beers on tap and probably about 50 different wines.
50? I didn't realize that many.
Yeah,
wow.
we got a lot of wines on tap.
Okay.
Wines in the bottle, sorry.
Right.
And then, of course, bottled beer as well. But Asian beer, domestics, imports, and we've got it all.
All right.
There's the patio to sit on, enjoy. During the day it might be a little hot, but at night it's cooling down.
Oh, yeah.
And you come out, enjoy a glass of wine, a little bit to eat, and it's a great place to relax with friends and enjoy a glass of wine and some good food.
Right. And I was just there, I believe it was last Thursday night, and you guys had a wonderful live acoustic out there. I can't remember her name, but
that's Merlinda.
And Merlinda played beautiful music. It was a great temperature. I sat there with a girl I see, and we had a bottle of wine. I believe we had your Chardonnay. Can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it was nice wine, and we had the green beans, and then we ran out a little bit of time, so we had ordered some other stuff, but we had to go. We're going to a soccer game, the Fresno Fuego, and support them too, by the way.
That's just it. Come in, get a bite to eat. You can get in early and get out and go do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And the patio is a wonderful setup. It's nice. The service is great. The food is even better. I got to tell you, if you don't go to Zen Wok Fusion, then you're missing out. And like you said, experience that down in the tower a little. There's lots of good stuff over there. So
There is. People need to rediscover the Tower District. There are so many things happening. Just this week, a new restaurant opened across the street from us. And
should we mention their name, or what do you think?
yeah, well, Bistro
566.
566. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the address. I pay attention to my own. It's the bistro across the way.
There you go.
But there's that. There's the beer house that just opened up not too long ago.
And Christie's wonderful with Sal. They run that place over there.
There's
They
a
do
couple of
great
new
job.
boutiques that have opened up. There's a great place to find knickknacks and furniture and stuff right across the street from you as well.
Is that Urban Upcycle?
Urban
That's
Upcycle.
Tyler. He's actually
Yeah.
coming on Let's Talk Business here pretty soon. He's a great guy, man.
Yeah.
Him and I can't remember.
Andy.
And
I remember that one pretty easily.
Andy, yeah. They got a great little shop there. But like you said, I haven't been to the Tower Donuts. The donuts or Donuts to Go or something like that. That place has great donuts. They're apple
They
fritter.
do.
I think they open at 6:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning. And
Something like that.
frequent that place. Love coming to see you guys. I'm sure I'll be going to Bistro 566.
I know you've had some of this food, but
Well,
let's
Hey, I'm excited.
yeah,
I'm
get a
chomping.
taste
serve
of
it
that.
up.
and-
Yeah,
and-
Absolutely.
You guys want to help yourselves or do what you do there?
and,
Yeah,
you know,
help yourself.
and we'll talk and eat and enjoy just like you would at the
Absolutely.
restaurant.
I haven't actually enjoyed the
The honey walnut shrimp.
honey walnut shrimp yet, so I'm gonna start with that. I gotta tell you, because
Make sure you
this
get some
looks
of the
amazing.
Asian slaw from underneath there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try some of this.
Yeah, there you go. And you know what? I think the rosé actually, if you slam that down, I'm not slamming it, but if you slam, I think the rosé would probably pair up with everything a little
This
better.
was nice.
Yeah, I see the Asian slaw. Man, I gotta tell you, coleslaw is one of my favorite long lost arts, and I gotta tell you, this girl I know, she makes an amazing coleslaw. So you might, there might be a challenge here, but no, I'm sure.
Well,
it's
I'm sure
fun.
her slaw is nothing like this. Can I get a little of that?
Oh yeah, it's got a nice crunch to it, and it's sweet but not super sweet.
Right.
I'll say. And, yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
a lot of our dishes have a little spice to it. Some are really spicy. We have a great salad for the summer, a spicy beef salad. And right now, if you come in, it's got a real good spice to it. Last week, the jalapenos were burning hot.
Rocking,
They were rocking. It was a really hot salad last week. This week, I made it. I'm the only one that makes all our sauces and stuff, and I was adding more jalapenos, trying to get it back up to that big bite, because we warn everybody. Hey, I mean, whoever orders that, we tell them,
Right.
this is spicy.
When I
And
go to the
people love
grocery, when I go to the grocery store, what I look for, and I don't know if this is true or not, I just might be crazy, but the little white stripes inside the jalapeno, like if they have the white little markings, and that to me that makes a hotter jalapeno for some
Well,
reason.
that pith and the seed inside is really where a lot of the heat comes from.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well, to the shrimp here, I gotta tell you.
oh, telling you. Let me, here.
Oh my gosh.
You got to get one
That's
of those. Get
amazing.
your shrimp
That's
there. and
absolutely amazing.
Get you some of the slaw
And Mike,
here.
try the green beans.
Beautiful.
I'm telling you, the green beans are amazing.
Oh,
And what the sauce on that?
I'll get you some green beans too here.
I believe the sauce on that is a chipotle,
Oh, I got that.
a chipotle aioli.
That's
Is that right?
it's a sriracha aioli.
Here, go ahead.
Sriracha aioli. Oh, it's not chipotle. Wow.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you
got
so
it.
much.
If you don't know how to use chopsticks, we do offer forks as well. There you go. Get your
Well,
one in
thank
there.
Forks are for rookies right now.
And for people who are hungry, sometimes you just don't want to mess around with these things, you know.
Oh,
Oh, these
Wow.
shrimp are great, Andy.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Man.
Thank you.
amazing.
And you know,
Absolutely.
I think it
amazing.
would. I mean, today, I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong or right, but most people, the rule of thumb, it used to always be white wines with fish and chicken, and red wines with beef. But now today, I think mostly it's you drink what you like.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
used to be a rule of thumb. I would
Yeah.
say that is very far gone.
I think the winemakers have realized that now, and people like red, so they're making the lighter ones like the rosés to go along with something like this.
Absolutely. I think one of our Pinot Grigios or our French Colombard would go great with this. But I'll tell you what, the red wine's not going too bad with it.
Tell me
Yeah.
about your French Colombard. I haven't even heard
Well,
of it.
we have the wine called it's a French Colombard. It's a blend. It's a French Colombard Malvasia Bianca, and a Chardonnay, and we call it the French Kiss.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it's
Okay.
it's got about 1.75 residual sugar, so it's got a touch of sweetness on the tongue, but not too much.
Okay.
It goes very well with just really spicy foods.
Oh, great.
And so I think that would be something
That'd be really good. Yeah.
something that you'd love to pair that in your restaurant.
Sounds like something that would go really well with our one of our curries. We do a red curry and a green curry,
Yeah, absolutely.
and those all come. You can have them with chicken or shrimp or beef or pork. But actually we're doing a new. Just came out on our. It's on our lunch menu right now. We're doing a scallops with a green curry.
Oh,
Delicious.
beautiful.
Wow.
We're just trying to come up with something a little lighter for the summer.
Yeah.
But it's a little spicy dish. If it's too spicy or spice is not your thing, we can tone that down a little bit, but not a whole lot because it's a curry. So you want when you're going for curry, you want a little spice.
Well, that's where you use the wine. You can tone
Yeah.
down the spice with the wine.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. And, pairings is one of my favorite thing to do. We are doing right now. We're pairing it up, man. I love it. And so, Bill, what are we looking at? How much time we got left to the commercial? A couple minutes. All right. So, Mike, if you don't mind, I'd like to actually try a
Absolutely.
little bit of that Syrah Rosé again.
Absolutely.
It's on this Chinese chicken salad here, and the Chinese chicken is amazing. It really is. And I've had a lot. My mom was a big fan, and we used to go to a place called Zinni all the time. But it's got a great dressing to it. It's got a nice crunch. The chicken is nice and it's well prepared, and you guys do an amazing job over there because I have been going to your restaurant I think since it opened.
Yeah.
And maybe not as much as I could, but I try and make the rounds.
Well, if you're not in every day, that's not enough.
Well, but again, in the Tower District, lunch is hard, and I gotta tell you, you guys have a great lunch special. So and the dinner as well. Your prices are amazing. Your food's amazing. Obviously, you're amazing, right? The guy that puts it together, right?
Well, we're there. I try to be, I'm trying to be more of an owner than a chef and cook in the back. But, my big love is cooking and then seeing people enjoy my food. So, it's kind of tears me to be out in front because I like to be back cooking, but
Right.
love to be out in front talking to my customers, getting feedback from them. See what they like. Maybe I can put something on the menu. Hear what they like, and I can come up. Get my creative juices flowing and come up with a new dish somewhere. Hopefully, by the end of the summer, we're going to do a wine dinner too.
Oh wow!
So we've done quite a few over the last year. We haven't had one yet this year. We've been kind of focusing on the menu a little more and really getting the name out there, and it's paid off. Things are really looking good for us.
Okay, good. Well, I think maybe on the wine dinner, I love wine dinners. I gotta tell you, 5 courses or 6 courses, where you pair it with 5 different wines or 6 different wines. Maybe we could find you a winemaker to actually host that.
I don't know. I know a few that might want to be involved with that. But Andy, you could really tell that you put a lot of passion and love and just a lot of your heart into this food. It's absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. And this, the rosé, that is nice.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I mean, that'll go really well. I don't think I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
It's going to go really well.
Yeah, with the shrimp.
With the shrimp.
I already thought about that. It's very good. I feel like I haven't even eaten dinner yet. I just ate an hour ago, but I gotta tell you, man, this is amazing. I didn't think you're gonna bring a spread like this, but I'm so happy you did.
Well, we wanted your audience to see some of the dishes that we have.
All right. Amazing. I believe we're pretty close to commercial. When we come back, I think there's going to be more eating and drinking going on. So, I don't know. You guys in?
Yeah.
All right. Again, signing out, Jeff Schuler, Central Valley Food and Wine. We'll see you in a little bit.
Hey, do you know what you're going to do this weekend?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to be here Friday from 7 to 8.
There you are, right here on CentralValleyTalk.com. It's Splotch on Fresno. I'm Laura Splotch. This is my guy, Boo, Brian Peters, and my favorite co-host. And we are here every Friday night to let you know what's going on this weekend. We got great bands, live bands. We've got great guests. We've got good fun. We got great beer. And we love to have you come down, visit us in the studio at 1212 North Van Ness. And come on down, Splotch on Fresno. We are here for you, and we'll see you out at the shows. Welcome to Jothny's Porch.
We have been doing this for a year. My memory of the porch is that it's very much where women rule. It was almost a throne.
You going like that?
Oh, I'm circular. See, Southern folks are circular. What you said, preach. You want me to preach? Love sharing. Those things and those things that'll make you stronger and better and go for.
I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Hey, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody.
Okay, no more drama. To myself, I said self. Myself said yeah.
That was a good one.
That was good, girl. I'm good. I'm for you to become the best reflection of yourself. And what was that? The one God intended all along. We're going to get there together, I promise you. Thank God for the post.
If you're looking for a home in the Central Unified School District, this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,658 square foot home is near Clinton and Cornelia. It's walking distance to El Capitan Middle School and about a mile from Central High School. The property should qualify for FHA. We show this house on Saturdays only. We have open houses each Saturday at 1 p.m. Follow the Mike Briggs Properties open house signs any Saturday at 1 o'clock. For more information, give us a call at our office, 486-6758, or go to MikeBridgeProperties.com.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hi guys!
Hey.
Are you familiar with the term Frankfurt?
No.
Well, that's okay, because every week, Wednesdays at 8, you get to
Central Valley Talk.
on Central Valley Talk right here, you get to find out what the beautiful meaning of Frankfurt is.
Also, here, every Wednesdays at 8, we have 2 live musical acts just for you. And lots of live videos from our world and beyond.
The world of Frankfurt.
And just whatever else we decide to do. We have interviews, free giveaways. Just call us. We'd love to talk to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's play it out.
Yeah.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
All right, welcome back to the Central Valley Food and Wine Show. Again, we're with Mike Saviez from Saviez Vineyards and Andy Karsh from Zen Walk Fusion. And I think we're just eating and drinking like I said we were going to be doing. This stuff is amazing. So, Mike, back to you a little bit. I want to ask you about, you said earlier during break you had how many varietals that you guys...
We have about 9 different varieties that we make wine from, yes.
Oh my gosh, and how many do you do in the Valley and how many do you do in Calistoga?
Let's see, we do about 4 to 5 depending up in Calistoga. And we do roughly 4 to 5 here on any given year.
Okay,
well,
so can you name them off spot? Like if
sure.
you have 9
let's
kids?
see, we do. Yeah, let's see, we do a Napa Valley Zinfandel. That's all of our red wines are single vineyard wines. We don't do any blending with the exception of the French Kiss.
Okay.
But we do a Zinfandel, a Petite Syrah, a Syrah.
A Syrah, like not a rosé Syrah,
right.
but a normal Syrah.
Yeah,
regular
normal Syrah as well.
Normal, but a
normal,
dark.
normal Syrah as well. We do a Petite Syrah, which is one of my favorites. we do about 125 cases a year, and if you think this is inky, then we'll compare them side by side someday, because this thing will blacken out the sun and the moon.
I like that.
And your entire mouth.
And what's the alcohol percentage on that?
That one's about 15.5.
See, okay, now we're talking.
Right. that one has a little more.
Not
boost,
that makes a difference.
A little more boost to it. We also do. We're working on a Malbec, a Tempranillo.
Oh wow.
We're also doing a Pinot Grigio, a Muscat Canale, and
that Muscat's coming pretty popular now.
yeah. Now we make it as a dessert wine. There's several different styles that you can make the Muscat in, but we do a single varietal called Muscat Canale. There's several different kinds of Muscat, but we do a Muscat Canale, and then we do the Syrah Rosé as well. So I think there was about 10 right there, but on any given year, it's between 8 and 10.
That's amazing. Back to your Zinfandel. That is my absolute favorite varietal, and a mutual friend of ours actually bought quite a few bottles of wine from you. And he is a great guy, and he let me pop one of those open at one point. I think it was a 2007 Zinfandel.
Yeah, I think it was the 2007, right?
Yeah, or 2006 maybe even.
Yeah. No, well, I mean we've made Zin for a long time, but
Okay.
so it could be anywhere from 2002 to 2007.
Really, even back to 2002. I'm gonna have to get one of those bottles from you.
Absolutely.
All right. So I tried that Zinfandel, and it drank so amazingly, and really you can drink it by itself. I mean, pairing with food as well, had just so balanced, and even with the high alcohol percentage, it's just amazing Zinfandel. You don't find too many Zinfandels that are different and set aside. Some of them are really spicy, and the Zinfandel's kind of hard. I think a hard varietal to make stand out, but to me, your Zinfandel really stand out. So
yeah, I appreciate that, and that's one of the things that we really focus on, minimizing our production. We shoot thin, which is a way to sort of cut down your tonnage per acre.
Right,
and so we'll
okay.
take a lot of the shoots in, and we also bunch thin as well. So in any given year, we might take up to 70% of the crop off the vine in order to make something with this kind of quality.
Wow. And you say bunch thin. What's that process?
Basically, what we'll do is go through. We have what's called the bloom, and that's when your bunches will set on the vine. We'll go through and shoot thin, so we'll take about anywhere from 30 to 50% of the shoots off, and then after bloom is when the bunches will actually set. They go through a flowering process, and the grape actually sets. And so what we'll do, if there's any uneven ripening, we'll go through. Verasion is a process that's taking place right now, and so what we do, it's just basically the sugaring up process of the grape, and so you'll see green bunches turn purple. In the case of red wine grapes, it's not the same with the white varietals, but in the red varietals, that's what we're going through now. So what we're going to do is send a crew of guys through there and make sure that all the bunches are ripened evenly, and if there's anything behind, we'll cut those off, and those go to the ground.
Bunch fine. Okay, right. So you just basically go. I mean,
that goes to the grape juice, right?
Well, no, those hit the ground and dry up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and that's probably good for the soil in the end and all that, or whatever.
Well, what we want to do is just have a nice even ripening, which is going to add to the quality of the wine. Right. So they don't have enough sugar to do anything else with them when we're cutting them off.
Right. So a big macro farmer, grape, varietal farmer, they're not going to be able to do this kind of stuff. They're going to let it ride and go. You guys have a personal touch. You take care of it. I mean, you're all the little nuances that you guys go through is really what makes the wine and shows passion and everything you put into it. I think that's worth it.
Absolutely, it's one of those things. Less is more.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of things in life where less is more, but on the golf course and in winemaking, less is more. So.
Sure, you want to rip out all those vines and put it in a golf course?
I've thought about it. I got an addiction to that game, but anyway, no, absolutely.
Where's your favorite spot to play in the valley?
San Joaquin Country Club.
Absolutely beautiful. I can't get down there, so.
Well, I just joined there a few months ago.
Let me know.
Absolutely.
And back to Andy. Andy, your food's amazing. You've intrigued me on the filet. I'm coming in pretty soon to get the filet.
Well, there's a couple dishes that you'll want to look for. One is the Beijing beef. It's the filet mignon with asparagus over crispy noodles. Got a little jalapeno in there, so it's got not a lot of spice to it, but just a little bit of kick to it.
A little kick, okay.
Kind of like on the same heat as a Mongolian beef.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty. Yeah. To me, that's mild. I'm used to real.
And then the other one would be our pepper fillet. And the pepper, it's not spicy. It's black pepper, and then it has a lot of red and green bell pepper in it.
Oh. Okay.
So it's a really nice dish. It's a beautiful dish on the plate. You got the darkness of the beef and the colors from the red and green bell peppers, and then some yellow onion in that. Just a delicious dish.
I've noticed with all your food since I've been coming there, and I love your spot, especially the patio, just hanging out, great weather, like I said, good music. I noticed all your dishes, you guys' presentation is amazing.
Well, I tell my employees, the taste of the food, it's the last thing people get. The first thing when they walk in, hopefully, they'll get the smell of the wok. Or it's they'll see the restaurant. So it's nice, it's cozy. I don't want to say it's really unique, but it's got a nice look to it.
All right.
Then you're going to say hello. Someone's going to greet them, and then they're going to get to look at the menu and see all the wonderful different items that we have on that menu.
Right. Which is two-sided. Here, and I actually have the menu with me. It's two-sided. It's huge. You guys have so much, and 3 different menus as well. The wine, and then the lunch, and then the dinner.
Yeah, we just came out with a new lunch menu. We just actually started that this week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, we have just one menu for lunch now. We used to work off just the big dinner menu, but now we have an actual specific lunch menu now.
Okay. So all you people, So all you people downtown and in the Tower District and the Fresno High District, Zenwalk Fusion for lunch, brand new menu, great prices, and get them in and out.
And we deliver as well in the Tower District.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Just for we have a minimum fee to get it to you, depending on where you're at.
Okay.
But you order, in a group of people, and you get a variety of things to eat and share, and you're there.
All right.
It's not too pricey. It's I think we're just your average price restaurant.
Okay.
It's great food at affordable prices.
I think you guys are more affordable than a lot of places, really, and better quality food. So.
Well, my thing is, just we'll take the wine here. People ask, what wine should I be? If my wine gets old, should I use it to cook with? And I always tell them, if you wouldn't drink it, don't cook with it. You're still going in your mouth.
Absolutely.
So buy good wine, cook with good wine, drink good wine, eat good food, buy good products. All our products are fresh.
You guys buy local. You do as local as you can.
As local as we can.
Organic or?
No, I'm not too much into the organic thing, but I do get a lot of gluten-free customers that are coming in, and we have a lot of vegetarian options on our menu as well.
What's going on with the gluten-free thing these days? People are, it's like a phenomenon.
Well,
is that hard to, as a chef, is that hard to come up with stuff? That's because I can't find anything.
I've really only ran into this problem really in the last, say, 6 to 8 months.
Yeah. Okay.
And what's I don't know if it's something in the water or what.
Right. But, what's Fresno doing to the gluten
But it's kind of a thing. But a lot of people all of a sudden are having allergies to a lot of gluten things, or find out that they're just feeling better by not eating that. Okay. And it's kind of hard in some respects to meet that because you're just not used to it.
Right.
And so we're getting used to it. We're trying to come up with new ideas for it, obviously. But it's bringing in different items and stuff, and just even like the vegetarian thing, which people say, well, what do you have vegetarian? And I have to ask, well, what degree of vegetarian do you want? You know, it's like,
Do you want no lard or no butter?
Is it absolutely the no face
Yeah.
thing, or is it you just not eat beef? You know.
Yeah. Well, hey, I hate to wrap things up, but I do want to say a few things before we go. We have about a minute left. Thank you guys for coming on the show. Absolutely wonderful time. Wines are wonderful. The food is amazing. I want to see you guys get together and do a wine dinner, and I want a free ticket. No, I'm kidding. I'll pay. Totally pay.
We'll give you a discount.
Oh, there we go.
They say there's no
20%. 20%. So, anyways, again, thank you for tuning in to the Central Valley Food and Wine Show, and I believe that we have another guest coming up, right, Bill? Yeah, I think we got Bill. We got Mike Briggs coming up here shortly. Sorry, Mike. Ran out of time.
Welcome to Japanese Porch. We have been doing this for a year. My memory of the porch is that it's very much where women rule. It was almost a throne. Going like that. Oh, I'm circular. See, Southern folks are circular. What you said, preach. You want me to preach? Love sharing. Those things and those things that'll make you stronger and better and go for. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Hey, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody. Okay, no more drama. To myself, I said self. Myself said yeah.
That was a good one.
That was good, girl. Good. I'm for you to become the best reflection of yourself. And what was that? The one God intended all along. We're going to get there together, I promise you. Thank God for the hope.
If you're looking for a home in the Central Unified School District, this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,658 square foot home is near Clinton and Cornelia. It's walking distance to El Capitan Middle School and about a mile from Central High School. The property should qualify for FHA. We show this house on Saturdays only. We have open houses each Saturday at 1 p.m. Follow the Mike Briggs Properties open house signs any Saturday at 1 o'clock. For more information, give us a call at our office, 486-6758, or go to MikeBriggsProperties.com.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.